My name is Sergio Estany. I work with Teen Empowerment as a program coordinator. I'm here with Yamilka, one of the youth organizers that work with us. And we're here to talk about TE and the many benefits that the TE has, and at the same time, what the community can offer you guys as community members. TE's been started a while ago, I want to say 10 years, by Stanley Pollock, our founder. And he came to TE to Somerville when Somerville was in a very, I don't want to say bad place, but it was in a worse shape condition than it was now. So he came in with a new idea of just helping the youth empower themselves and actually help change the issues that they saw was destroying their community by means of spoken word, raps, and speeches. And he helped organize this peace conference, which we hold every year, that we will be holding May 9th of this year. And it will have the same things that it's always been staying true to throughout the years. But yeah, without further ado, I want to pass it on to my coworker, Yamilka, and I'm going to ask her a few questions about the Peace Conference and what events and things that she's been working on with Teen Empowerment. How you doing, Yamilka?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. First, I wanted to ask you, what inspired you to want to become a youth organizer, for Teen Empowerment, and at the same time, what are one of the issues or topics that you feel are really related to you?
The reason I wanted to join Teen Empowerment and become a youth organizer was because of the fact that I was in a very bad place in around September, October, around that time. I was in a very bad place, and one of my coworkers had introduced me to the whole idea of it and told me I'd be pretty good at it, and I thought that something I could be good at and help my self-esteem with it a little bit better, make me feel good about myself. I was good at it and help everybody else out. And an issue that I thought I was facing, or that I'm related to in a sense, is depression, because that's a daily struggle for myself and also a lot of other youth within Somerville. So I felt like that was one of the most severest issues within Somerville.
Right, right. So is that going to be something that you speak about in this year's Peace Conference?
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool. Now, do you have any pieces that you could perform for me today to show me a little bit of?
Yes, actually. I have a piece that I wrote called Misabused and Misused.
Okay, wow. So I was going to say, if you wanted to take a shot and perform some of that piece or the whole piece if you'd like for us today. Is that cool?
Yeah. I had recently just written a piece called Misabused and Misused. I had written this because I recently got out of a friendship that was very abusive, mentally, physically, and it kind of inspired this piece. So, yeah. It's hard to wake up from a nightmare when you're not even asleep. And it's hard to hope for something that was just a dream. The floor just disappeared right from under my feet. But I began to fall, and I fall in so deep, too deep into this darkness. I fall into some sort of lost hope and unrealistic dreams. It makes no sense to me. How does this all work? And why can't my heart be free? I'm just a lost soul. I begin to cry, and I fall to my knees. I begin to hope for brighter days, but it's just not working. Why can't I stop all of this pain and all of this hurting? I just can't stop crying, and all of my hope is dying, but I'm trying to figure out why I keep on lying. Lying about my smile because it's been fake for a while, and it feels like I had no reason. So I wanted to just start leaving. Leaving this cold, cold world so my heart could stop its bleeding. 'Cause good people, they're like candles. They set themselves on fire and allow themselves to burn just to give other people light. And I don't even attempt to admire the hands held out to help me. And I knew I'd always deny the help because at one point, everyone just got up and left me. There was no light at the end of the tunnel like everybody said there would be. So I continue to block out the warm hearts and soft eyes because all I see is deceitful people and all of their lies. Why do I keep on fighting? I'm not so sure. I'm just hiding. Hiding the fears, hiding the tears. I really don't want to fight through the pain, but people keep telling me that I will gain. But nope, not even that motivated me to not give up. I'm stuck in the mindset that I need to stay concentrated on the bad, because that's all I've ever had. Misabused and misused. I began to forget what trust was. I had none left. I gave it all away, and I want it back. I want my secrets back. I want my hope back. I want all the love that I ever gave to the wrong people back. I want my wasted dreams back, the unrealistic dreams back. I want my heart to be whole again. I don't want all of these scars for the rest of my life, but from what I've learned, people have lacked and slacked on the promises that they've made me, and at the end of the day, all they did was betray me. But I've betrayed myself when I decided to trust you, and that I've become used to. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, Yamilka, again. And right now we have Xiomara joining us, who's also a youth organizer with us at Teen Empowerment. So, Xiomara, what inspired the piece that you are going to perform for us?
Well, what inspired me is that for years I've been dealing with self-worth, self-hate, very bad depression, and that basically inspired my piece. And it's almost as I want the girl I once was back.
So, so do you have a title for this piece? Is this something that you've been working on for a while too?
I mean, it doesn't have a title, really. There's no way I can put a title on this piece.
Okay. Well, without further ado, then, if you want to give us a little snippet or just perform it all out, go ahead. By any means, please step up and show us your stuff.
I wonder what it's like to look into the mirror and actually see yourself. Because lately, whenever I look into the mirror, all I see is a stranger staring back at me. It feels as if I have lost the girl I once was. It's funny, I can describe the girl I once was as if she was an old friend of mine. Yeah. I wonder whatever happened to her. She had so much potential. She could have been somebody. But now, all I see is a girl of failure. She's lost and she's scared. Really, all she wants is someone to trust and to prove that there are people out there that care about her and who will give her the helping hand that she needs no matter how much she refuses. Because deep down inside, she knows she can't do this alone. It's funny. That's not how my friends see me. If you were to all go and ask them, they say I'm the girl that's always smiling. I'm the girl that's always happy. I'm the girl that you would go to when you need a helping hand. I guess people forget that sometimes the helper needs help themselves. I wish someone would tell my friends that just because someone looks happy doesn't mean they are. Because even a white rose has a black shadow. And I will admit, I have let my shadow take over. But I made a promise to myself. I would never let my shadow get as dark as it once was, or it will start to get. I know that the girl I once was is still living inside me. She still has that potential. She could still be somebody. But if I continue to let my shadow take over, she will never return. And I will do anything, and I will fight for her to return. No matter how much it hurts, no matter what. Because I know that I'm the only one that can bring her back.
Wow. Now that was a real powerful piece, one of many that you'll see if you come to the Peace Conference on May 9th. And like she was mentioning, she felt like there was nobody really to help or to give her that helping hand. And TE's one of the programs out of the city, out of the many programs that try to help give you those helping hands and those resources that the teens and other people in the community need, like SCAP and Books of Hope, and others that I forgot to mention. But right now I'm gonna swing it off to Jonathan, who's also a YO at Teen Empowerment. And so Jonathan, I'm just gonna ask you a few questions about the piece that you've written for us. Okay. Now, what could you say that inspired this piece?
Many people in my life, I guess more so like in October, I kind of inspired this piece. One of our interns that work with us inspired me from that piece, and kind of just like different kind of leaders. And I'm not saying more so people who are alive, more so people who have died, fighting for what's right.
So would you say that you're fighting for what's right being a youth organizer right now?
Well, in a sense, yeah. I feel like I'm fighting for what's youth rights, kind of what youth should have a voice, kind of fighting for youth to have more of a power in this community, in this world. I feel like youth don't really have that opportunity to share what they want to say. It's more so adults who do. And I feel like we have a lot to say. You guys just don't know it.
Well, I look forward to hearing your piece. Whenever you're ready, just let us have it.
You know, I'm always ready.
All right, cool.
I'm Jonathan, and this piece is more so inspired through rights of minorities. So here it goes. I have a dream that one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hand in hands with the little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. What happened to that dream? Martin Luther King Jr. died thinking that racism still existed and that we still had segregation in today's century. But racism still exists. I mean, it always will. But people have joined together. People have put their differences aside, and people have joined hand in hand to come to a civilized agreement. Maybe not fully, but there's something. But I wonder why people still categorize groups, races, color of people into different stereotypes so they can feel highly of others and have others feel less than others. So I ask, what's a color? An adjective to define the difference of appearance for a person like black or white? What's a race? When people run to reach a finish line, but is used to categorize people of different countries or groups into one. Why do we specify people with such system to only single people out or a group, but also make them feel less or higher from others? Well, I am Latino, 18-year-old boy, brown skin and from the projects. Most of the time I'm categorized as ghetto or low-class uneducated immigrant. And I guess I am majority. But once you start to realize my people are a majority. But I ain't a minority, nor am I a majority. I'm equal. But don't worry about that, because I will always be proud of the skin I'm in, the race I uphold, the rights and privileges I have, the so-called term minority. But I'm not going to read to you and say I'm a majority, because as I said, I'm equal. At least that is the way I see it. I'm more so different as well, not what people believe I should be. And I'm thankful that I was born in such culture seen not so highly up, but seen so disgusted of. But if you think about it, I'm proud to be a so-called minority, because I am different. Sometimes I wish I was lesser than what my race is perceived to be, because honestly, when I finally reach that point in time when I myself is on top, people will see that my race has nothing to do with being a minority or a majority. I know that there always will be talks about blacks, Latinos, Asians, Africans, etc., but never about white people. Like, how do they feel about the racism? I mean, stereotypically, they started racism, but they don't have a say about their own race. I mean, we minorities characterize them as snobby, rich, high-class white people who are privileged and get the easy way out of things, never get blamed for racist acts, and are just higher than other race. But what if they feel the same about us? What if they feel attacked and harassed about all the objections made towards them? They probably wish to be as equal as us, but are pressured and manipulated by the adults and corrupt system that they are forced to live by. I mean, fair to say, we are brainwashed to believe the way we perceive through religion, blood, family, and the system. Well, if you tell me, I believe in second chance and second opportunity. I will still fight for myself and for my race, because I am still seen less towards others, and I will not allow you to judge me for the way society sees me, because I really am different from what I should be. And I will keep living this label that society has mistakenly given me. I'm not a race, I'm not a color, I am who I am, which is me.
Wow, that is one of many pieces that will have a lot of heavy pressing topics, but also kind of reach some type of lighter solution to the issues that are pressing, or just shed more awareness to it. And I have one more guest with us today who also works with us here at Teen Empowerment Somerville, our youth organizer, Oscar. What's up, Oscar?
What's up, Sergio?
Not much. I just wanted to figure out what issue that you felt like was one of the issues that you related to in this year of working at Teen Empowerment.
My piece is related to mental health, an issue that we are addressing, and I got like my ideas to write this piece from my own experience of back 2 years ago, freshman year, where I was pretty much in a weird dark place in my life. Dark. And it was just emotionally it was I wasn't handling things as well as I am right now. And it's from in my piece you'll see how it kind of transitions from being so
Low?
so not necessarily low. It kind of starts off making sense. And then when I would be at my low points, I would not make sense, and I'd be all over the place. I'd be questioning everything, and it's just questioning is good at sometimes, but then if you think and question everything, it can literally kill you. Not literally kill you, but it's just you have that you know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, I have a slight understanding, but I feel like if you perform the piece, maybe you and I and everybody else will get a better understanding of what that feeling was that you were going through when it inspired you to write that piece, which I feel like will be very in-depth and very enlightening, I should say. But so do you feel like that's one topic that a lot of people in your youth group or your age group would experience themselves or have experienced?
Yeah, most definitely, actually, because my closest relationships are built within me reaching out to those people, and not necessarily reaching out for help, but also kind of helping them.
Okay. So, I mean, hey, whenever you're ready, go on ahead and we can hear your piece, man.
Now, I never would have thought how loud and annoying this silence could be. At first, it was a place to go, a friend to listen to, and a friend to listen to me. Now I try and go, hang with a few buds as we listen to our favorite tunes, and he calls me, wanting and begging me to come back. It's not what I'm wanting nor what I'm feeling, but since silence has always been there for me, so why not be there for him? Now he has my number, always calling and tracking me down, and lately it's been for no reason. Making plans with my friends? Nope. Grocery shopping with my mom? No. Staying and paying attention in class? No. To my room or to the bathroom I go and meet him, and it's never as comforting as it used to be 2 years ago. Now it's messing with me. Just please shut up. Quiet. I can't even listen to my own thoughts because of the silence. It's tearing me up and burning me from inside. I cannot begin to scream for help, for silence has always been heard over me. He chokes me and leaves me speechless as my head is filled with my preaches of what's wrong and what isn't right, but never to the point, always dancing to the right, avoiding what's in sight. It's irritating. Is it only me? Why is he still my friend? Am I his only friend? If so, am I a piece of for not wanting to be his friend? How do I escape this? Do I need to change? Does he need to change? Do I need to change what I do? Do I need to change what I say? Or how I do things, or how I say things? Or is it all him? I really don't know. It's confusing me. Or wait, am I confusing you? Oh well.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Oscar, and thank all of you guys for those lovely pieces that you performed. And thank you for watching. And I just want to let you guys know that May 9th, we will be holding a peace conference at the Somerville High School. And I think these guys will be performing in it, right, guys?
Of course.
All right. Is there any last words you guys would like to add before we send these guys off?
Just thank you for listening to our pieces, and thank you for everything today.
All right, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow or sometime next week when we make sure this peace conference is great for you guys at home. And come out May 9th, please. Check us out on our website. And yeah, VSOP, Villain Stay on Point.
Well, I am Latino, 18-year-old boy, brown skin, and from the projects. Most of the time, I'm categorized as ghetto, or low-class, uneducated immigrant. And I guess I am majority. But once you start to realize, my people are a majority. But I ain't a minority, nor am I a majority. I'm equal. But don't worry about that, because I will always be proud of the skin I'm in, the race I uphold, the rights and privileges I have, the so-called term minority. But I'm not going to read to you and say I'm a majority, because as I said, I'm equal. At least that is the way I see it.